Okay, so what type of measure scale is being used? The colors of crayons in a 24 crayon box. So it's like blue, gray, green. Those are categories, right? Those are qualitative variables then. Categorical variables, same thing as qualitative variables. So interval and ratio are quantitative. These are the only two qualitative variables. And between the two of them, you say ordinal if there's a natural order to the variables, to the variable values. This one is nominal though because blue doesn't come before red. There's no natural order to color. Okay, wait, let's do this one first, and I'll do the other one. What type of scale is being used here? Satisfaction survey of a social website by the number 1, very satisfied, 2, somewhat satisfied, 3, not satisfied. So I can see this one having a little bit of debate because you're putting numbers to it, and maybe calculating the mean is meaningful. But ratio and interval are supposed to be number variables where there's a meaningful unit of measurement. But what's the difference between very satisfied and somewhat satisfied? It's not a measurable difference, right? So these are really categories, and you can put a natural order to them. 1, 2, 3, very satisfied to not satisfied. So since this has order, we could say ordinal. What type of measure scale is being used here? They're dates. So I assume these are years. So years are numbers where we can make meaningful calculations to them. And so since we can add and subtract years, it actually tells us something that means it's quantitative. So it's none of these categorical variable options. So between ratio and interval, ratio is when you have a true zero. In the year 0 doesn't mean the absence of time, right? It's not a true 0. It's not a true representation of nothingness. Dates can go back into the BC, so this is interval.